accused of any corruption case. I mean, yes, they require and the standard punishment. A situation where they allow themselves to be compromised with bags of money, particularly with the many corruption cases that are now going on in the country. There is no doubt that the suspects must have enough money at their disposal. And each judge should turn their eyes the other way around and collect this money and then provide justice. I think we may never get it right at all. And I want to suggest that those that are going to be appointed into some of these responsible positions, like the Niger Delta Commission, the ministers and all the rest of them, must be impeccable Nigerians. Those who have been tested and trusted and found suitable in their various previous assignments. It is not just maybe giving appointments, to patronize somebody because it's a party loyalty. I think that should stop. Okay. We must look at their previous records before we appoint them in order for us to get it right.
Thank you.
And I want people also to be appointed into the anti-graft agencies to be impeccable Nigeria so that they can dispense justice. As it's required, because nobody can give he or she has not gotten. And Nigerians should now begin to speak out against corruption. The moment they notice it everywhere, they must begin to speak out. The situation where you come to the entire Niger Delta region, even when these allegations of corruption are quiet, nobody is speaking, nobody is talking about anything. Exactly. Even when the cases are going on, people begin to turn their eyes the other way. I think this is not a healthy development. We must begin to speak out, condemn it so that those who are perpetrating this act will be forced to return back their footsteps.
Thank you.
Then, my view is that corruption must now begin to be taught in our schools so that our younger ones will grow up with the knowledge of what corruption is all about and begin earlier enough to shy away from them. Why parents must give their children, train their children the fear of God, so that they will grow up and then jettison corruption in all its ramifications. Then the watching of most of these films in the internet and maybe in the internet and the videos must be transmitted by our parents. But this is where they learn how to live very bogus life and then want now to get money. At all costs. Our children and youth must begin to appreciate the fact of maybe engaging in hard working. They must have to jettison the idea of the get-rich-quick syndrome, which is really lures into getting into corruption. While our elders must jettison corruption because the youth are very quick at copying very bad things. So my view is that if we do all these things and then there is a complete attitudinal change among everybody, Nigerians will begin to get it better as far as corruption is concerned. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chief Jude Ugwaja. Always very articulate there, and for your very, very intelligent contributions. Thank you very much. He talked about checking out past records of people to be appointed into public offices. He talked about that. He also talked about, I think, starting a course on corruption. I think he rather meant a course on integrity. A cause of integrity to counter corruption so that little Nigerians, the system of corruption. It's a sad reality indeed, because younger people grow up and encounters corrupt practices, and they also, imbibe corruption.
That's what they
say. That's what they see.
That's what they get to know. They think it's normal.
Yeah.
Because that's what they are offered. That's what society is offering them.
Exactly. Well, if you've just joined us, you're listening to Matters Rising here on Orient 94.5 FM. And this morning, we are taking a look at corruption in high places and placing on the table the case between Joy Nunue versus Akpabio, and Magu case, Imo panel, and a whole lot of instances of corruption in high places in this country. Why has corruption remained intractable in Nigeria?
And why has it always been on an upward spiral?
Yeah, exactly. And what can be done? That's we're seeking for solutions. What can be done to tackle forever, if I may say,
yes, forever.
this
because,
issue?
We need to reverse the curve. Let me use NDDC Corona language.
Absolutely. Now, there's something Chief Jude Ugwaja pointed out. The Nigerian public is so what do I say, complacent. Nothing is happening. There should be pressure groups springing up. Since this case broke, the Joy Nunez Akpabio case broke, people are silent on it. People are not even excited. People are not even following the proceedings of the panel. Young people are more interested in Big Brother Niger and things like that. You see, he talked about that, and it's true. That's how you solve problems in a country, in a society. People have to be aware and express their anger. But nothing like that is happening. So he's saying it's high time the Nigerian public got involved in governance and what's going on around them, because by doing that, we are safeguarding our future and the future of our children. You see, that's a very, very, very important point. Chief Jude Ugbaja, thank you very much. Our numbers are free again. Our phone lines are free again. 0703 126 6597. Join the conversation here on Orient FM. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Thank God. And my angel, good morning today.
Yes, good morning and welcome.
See, on the line with Honorable Chinedu Nwondi, Hawaii, voice of Ngopala.
You are welcome, Honorable Chief.
Yes, I'm speaking this morning from my humble autonomous community, Alasen Amara. To be frank, matters arising today deserve good attention.
Absolutely.
Concerning corruption in the high places. In fact, the problem is that those are the high places are bigger than the rule of law. Unless double gear will be made and double pattern of the bill concerning highly placed human beings in this nation. In fact, all those things will continue to happen. Then, the next thing is that it has been a culture in this very nation. And they have been doing it one after the other. Let there be a roundtable conference by the minor people, the populace, all the federation, to tabulate how to follow these anomalies. The Kalajis, traditional rulers, opinion molders, I mean the radio callers, especially that of Imo State, we should come together and suggest whether we shall protest over the issue around the nation. And again, the judiciary could not be justified to protect our interests when those people are caught. So they take money from them and release them. Furthermore, the government should stop appointing those who are not competent into high offices and stop segregation over the appointments and give according to merit. Again, Nigeria is well dominated by Christians. That is the fact is that most of the appointments are not given to the Christians.
Honorable Chinedu,
mainly meant for the another type of crime.
Yeah, your time is up, please. 30 seconds is up, or 60 seconds.
Okay.
Thank you.
So the fact is that the segregation sentiments and tribalism will be avoided.
Okay.
Unless we stop doing all those things, Nigeria will not go better. For all these anomalies we are seeing this time around. Okay. Thank you and God bless you, Sir White.
God bless you, Sir White. Thank you very much. Yes, he touched on a lot of issues. He talked about, just like Chief Jude Ugbaja before him, talked about the common people, the Nigerian public. The Nigerian public should be jolted into reality. They should be jolted into becoming participatory in governance. They are too complacent. They should react, to issues like that, issues of corruption, especially high-powered ones. And then he talked about judiciary. Judiciary is cropping up again, Kingsley. Somebody mentioned that earlier on. And then political appointees should be people of proven integrity. Do we still have people
with the necessary prerequisites?
Yeah, but do we really have them? There must be very few in this country, because
the truth is nepotism has, you know,
like he talked about
its
it too.
stead.
Tribalism.
You know, yes, it has taken its stead because they are there, but when you galvanize them into action, that's when you will see them. You are qualified for a job, Joyce, and but because the minister wants his tribesman or his own brother or his loyalist, that's what they are talking about.
Sentiments of
that's why
tribal
it looks
sentiments.
like there aren't people qualified to hold certain
Positions.
offices. Is that he did the right thing.
Yeah, you know, there's somebody talked about past records of people, you know, and I remembered Dora Akunyele, our own Dora. You know, it was just her past record that gave her that position. So things like that. All the people in power should look out for people with good track records, people who had served elsewhere before and served very well. Yeah, requisite qualification. Oh, yes. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning and welcome to Matters Arising. Thank you very much.
Hi, Chief. AIC
Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. The topic this morning is a big issue. Corruption is born out of greed, godlessness, and egocentricism.
I like that.
And the way to call corruption is one. Government should ensure that all filthy lucre amassed as sources of corruption must be confiscated by the state and turned over to government coffers, and the culprit be prosecuted and found guilty, given long terms of imprisonment. Corruption is both a moral and ethical issue. Therefore, all people convicted of corruption should be barred permanently from holding public offices. And our parents should start right from the home to inculcate morality and ethical values into our children and youth, so that when they grow up and be appointed to positions of responsibility, they will not betray the trust reposed in them. Corruption is pervasive and cannot be entirely dealt with, but can be mitigated to a reasonable extent. This is my humble take this morning from High Chief AIC JP from Lagos in Abomination.
Thank you very much. You've spoken very, very well too. Not really very humbling at all. Pervasive, corruption is pervasive. You talked about the issue of implementation of law. But I asked a question earlier, $1 million question. Who will bail the cat?
Everybody.
Yes, because we are talking about, remember, corruption in high places. And these high people now are those who are supposed to, begin this war sincerely, and tackle it. Because if it doesn't stop up there, it won't stop down here.
That's why we are saying everybody has to be involved. If they are Nigerians, the people occupying positions in high places are Nigerians, and if they see, if for once they find a need, to get Nigeria right, they should be part of those who will build the cat. And then the ordinary you and I, the common man, we should be galvanized, like the other caller said. We should start reacting. Because when we react,
things happen.
When we react, some things happen.
Yeah.
We'll send a signal up there to those guys who occupy the positions in the high places that it's not business as usual.
Yeah.
Because any more of this, whether we spell it out or not, the reaction in that direction will tell them, in coded language that time is up.
Yeah, people are, Kingsley, in this country, a lot has happened that should elicit reaction from the Nigerian public, but it hasn't happened.
So
we are too complacent. What is our problem? Do
start
we?
doing it the other
Look
way.
at the Arab Spring. Is it Arab Spring? Yes.
Arab
You see
Spring.
what happened?
Yeah.
A little thing happens in other places. You know, people pour out and start screaming. But over here,
We woke up to the news that somebody, just once, one person,
honestly,
somebody stole 10 billion
million
US
dollars.
of Nigerian money, our Commonwealth. Everybody will just read up the news and say,
again, and
go
we'll
about
go
it.
our way. It's terrible.
This
It's
is the
terrible.
kind of news that could, make anything erupt.
A
in
lot
our
of
country.
things in other countries, yes. You know,
So,
but
that's
something.
part of it.
What?
We should be ready to
The
bear
public, yeah,
the public
everybody.
should be ready to bear the
Yeah, most of our
Because,
callers are
yes.
talking to the public.
Yeah,
Nigerian
because
public
if
are
the
it's
public
too.
starts reacting
Yeah.
they start reacting, in the right direction.
Yeah.
Yes, the guys up there will know that things are changing.
Exactly.
After all,
Exactly.
who says they can't survive without stealing?
Exactly.
Just that they are stealing with nobody bats an eyelid. That's why they keep stealing.
Yeah, it keeps happening and
Nothing
happening
they happen.
and happen. Nothing they happen. That's the Nigerian mentality. You see, nothing they happen. Nothing go happen.
Nothing go happen.
We there Nigeria we there. You see, all these kind now we all these phrases are destructive. And
They send the wrong
Signals.
to the psyche of the average Nigerian.
Nigeria, exactly.
All of a sudden, you start believing it. Just like when this little criminal tells you, if you like, call the police, but call the police, Joyce, and see what will happen. They run for cover. You will not believe that it's the same guy who was saying nothing will happen.
Exactly,
The same
my
applies
dear.
to the guys
Yes.
up there. How? Because come to think of it, when they are once in a long, long while, when anyone is caught, see the way they sing like canaries.
Honestly,
So that tells you that
exactly. That something
be
can
done.
happen, can be done, really. Oh,
Let's
yes.
go.
There are some people who joined us on Facebook Live. Cynthia Oparoja, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Prince Ikem Obioma, to see you. How is your baby boy? Well, Prince Ikem Obioma said the establishment of the Independent Corrupt ICPC, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, as well as the Code of Conduct Bureau and its tribunal is a laudable start on the way against corruption. Unfortunately, though, some successes have been registered by these bodies. The general impression is that these bodies have gone after the tail of the monster. I can't say, okay, we are back. It is not helpful. It's gone. Oh my goodness. Well, he said it is not helpful that some politicians, meanwhile, allege that these bodies are being used by the presidency as instruments of blackmail or vendetta against political opponents. There is therefore a need to expand the activities and range of instruments available to these bodies. But then, Prince Ikem Obioma, some of the people heading these bodies are themselves not clean, like Magu now, so that's the problem. It's like somebody said, it's a pervasive issue. It has pervaded the entire Nigerian society, so that it's hard to find the incorruptible judge. You remember the book?
Yeah.
The incorruptible judge in this country.
Somebody
Now,
said,
MX Teddy, thank you for joining us. Abebu Maximus Chima, all the way from US. How are you, Maximus? You remember Maximus?
Yeah,
Good.
Maximus
Good to
Abebu.
see you. And Maximus, Chima, Prince, Ikem Obioma, JP, and MX are watching with us. Thank you, everyone. Would like you to also drop your comments on the platform there. We are talking about corruption in high places in Nigeria with the case of Joy Nunue versus Akpabio as our focus. What do you think is responsible for this tackling of this corruption issue in Nigeria, which is, by the way, the bane of our dear country? What do you think is responsible for corruption in high places, and what do you suggest might be the solution? A lot of people have given very intelligent suggestions already. Thank you very much. And all right, let's see. Somebody, excuse me, we're going to say something. Right?
Hello.
There's a call.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Ihekwaba. I'm calling from New Owerri.
Dr. Ihekwaba, good to have you on the program. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. My dear sister, this corruption has eaten so deep. Our leaders, they know what to do. They know what to do. If we don't go ahead to demystify leadership in this country at all levels, corruption will continue. So we need to demystify leadership at every level, reduce power at the center, and empower the region. We have to reform our judiciary, reform our police. We find out that when we do this, the electoral system will be good, and then people can now speak out. You know, you are asking people to come out. Nigeria is not worth dying for at this time.
Okay.
It's not worth dying for. Look at what happens in America. If anything happens anywhere, American nation will go out to look for their citizens. Up to today, Nigeria is still bringing back all those who are stranded when other countries have done that a long time ago. So, my sister, that is why people are not speaking out. If you die, you understand me? That is why people are not speaking out.
Okay.
But when we do all these things, demystify leadership, that is the first thing, so that the right people will go in there to serve.
Okay.
People are not coming out. Thank you very much.
God bless
I just pray seriously that corruption will go in this nation.
Okay.
Because that is our major and only problem.
Absolutely.
Thank you, my sister.
God
God will save Nigeria.
Amen. Amen. Thank you very much. Which
only problem.
yeah, he said it, and it is really, it is, and he talked about reforming the judiciary. Judiciary has betrayed the Nigerian public. The judiciary has let us down in so many instances. Then the police, he talked about the police too, has betrayed the Nigerian public. They have let us down as well. Like he said, Nigeria is not worth dying for. Assuming you report a case or somebody with more money does this, police now, issues like that. So it's a big problem. It's a big issue in this country, and it has penetrated every segment of society. Take a look at the universities, the high institutions, what goes on there, sorting and all of that. Even young people, young children, everybody. That's the society they grew up into, and they don't know another way. And then, it's sad.
Moving it further, we're talking about the universities sorting. How about, it brings back the question, who will build
the cat?
How about students, going in for entrance examinations, and their parents
at that level, parents now
give them money for sorting.
Yeah.
Every examination day.
It's
I
terrible.
couldn't actually take it.
Honestly, yeah.
And now I was like almost in tears. Where is this going to lead us? Now, this child you are giving money to go sort on examination day, what is his future? You have destroyed him by this singular act.
Yeah.
Joyce, don't you agree with me?
I absolutely agree with you. It's very painful.
So it's as deep.
It hurts really for people who have good consciences.
For a federal job, for instance.
Yeah.
You need to pay your way through unless you have somebody who will practice nepotism.
Yeah.
Your godfather.
It's so sad.
Your contact, or somebody who you've been loyal to politically or otherwise. Else, you ain't getting no federal job.
Yeah. And Kingsley, to add to what you just said, life becomes almost impossible for somebody or people who do not believe what a decent person, a sincere Nigerian, a Nigerian with integrity. It's like swimming against the tide, it's impossible. Life in Nigeria, yeah.
So many people don't,
and that's why.
If I tell you what it is, so many people don't want to be lecturers today.
Yeah.
So many decent people don't want to be lecturers today. So many decent people don't want to join the police.
Exactly.
Today. So many people don't want to belong in so many places where they would ordinarily fit in, like a square peg in a square hole.
Yeah.
The reason is they don't feel safe.
Yeah.
They don't belong.
Exactly. And
what I mean?
And moreover too, people who find themselves, people can go in. Let's take the police for instance, the force. People go in with the intention of really fixing this country. Before you know, the wave sweeps him away.
Yes,
he becomes like the rest.
Alive, you have to bend.
Yes, that's the problem in most sectors.
If you don't bend, you are showing your way out.
So who will bear the cat eventually? That's the unanswered question. Let's take one call. It keeps coming up, of course. Hello, good morning. You're welcome.
Calling from my paradise, Eziachi Inolu. Let me come up from this angle. Having listened carefully to all we have said through our fellow contributors, I want to state here clearly that when the head is rotten, every other thing is equally rotten.
Yeah.
The Nigerian 1999 Constitution is corrupt. Therefore, every other corruption toes the line of the constitutional corruption. Having said this, the military handed over to the civilians a doctored constitution that did not stipulate the real things we are ought to do in this country to get it right. The constitution will tell you do this, it will tell you not to do this, at the same time trying to put things exactly. So I am saying that the need for a national conference, constitutional conference, where we shall all gather to put things right, is no other time than now.
Okay.
Secondly, when people who have managed to get themselves at the top are there, and they think that they will appoint somebody who will defend their interests, when that person fails to defend their interests because maybe the person wants to uphold his own integrity, the person will not become a victim, either directly and or indirectly. I want to tell you that appointments should be done by the National Assembly at the national level, at the state level, and even the regional level, where the elected men and women of Nigeria will decide who to be appointed to some of these sensitive positions. For instance, the issue of mass, we all know what is happening and what happened before. We shall not continue to keep quiet. The earlier we spoke, the better for every Nigerian.
Yeah.
And again, when we speak, let whatever we ventilate be taken into seriousness. Having said this, some of these our NGOs, some of these our platforms, they should come out. The Igbo nations should come out. Some of the Igbo Unity Forum should come out. The Hanagan Igbo should come out. Every other body should come out on condemn all condemnables because we are now dying because they are under corruption.
Yeah.
From our homes, parents are corrupt. I am corrupt, you are corrupt. Either in one way or the other.
Not corrupt.
Therefore, self-discipline is very important. Self-discipline is very important.
Yeah,
once we are self-disciplined, believe you me or not,
yeah,
God will take care of everything. Let us know our God. Once we know our God, and the true God will be worshipped, Nigerian problem of corruption must be put a stop. Thank you and God bless you. From Good morning once again to all of you.
Thank you very much. God bless you. Good morning. He talked about a lot of things. It's time to speak out and speak up. The Nigerian public, it's a gauntlet being thrown down to you all. So everybody, it's time. Honestly, enough is enough. It's gone too far already. Do you know the amount of money being mentioned in all these cases?
And all these monies we are talking about are monies that would have been
used to develop the nation,
to package Nigeria well,
and then Nigerians to welfare, to be channeled to welfare purposes.
Very, very well, to model Nigeria very well, to keep us safe, social security
exactly.
And all that will be nothing. It will be just what's it called? Minimum wage will be nothing. It will run like clockwork, like in England. We started minimum wage regime before that.
Honestly,
but now it's running like clockwork.
Steady.
Nobody talks about it. Nobody knows when you get an increase.
Yeah.
So that there will be no market.
It's no longer
and this and that and that. These are monies that
could have been channeled to important issues. Well, let's take a look at our Facebook live comments. Mazi Comrade Diwego Victory texting from Obinze. Good morning to you. He says to stop corruption, we just need to look the entire country to what? Is it nuke the entire country? Set the warhead. Oh no, everything is jumbled up here. I don't understand. Everyone is corrupt. He said, you don't tell a hungry man to secure the food store. You don't tell a thirsty man to safeguard water reserve. How can you stop corruption when you, the fighter, is not sure of your quality standard of living? your survival. So you only reduce corruption. Every nation is corrupt. You're saying to stop this problem in Nigeria, people need to understand how corruption occurs and what psychological matters involved. It's people's nature to receive better things, achieve high goals, and advance themselves. Example, if I give you 1 naira per day for 20 days, you may want me to give you 3 naira per day starting from the 21st day. Being greedy is a human nature, and blah blah. Hush puppy. You're saying what everything. Your words. I don't know if you read back.
Somebody says that's social media language.
I think so. She said, when will all these stories become a thing of the past? Let's remain on track. Thank you very much. Thank you. And that's Mazi Comrade Diwego Victory. But I wonder what track you're talking about. Is it the track of corruption or another track? We can't remain on the track of corruption. Now, Abebu Maximus Chima from US. Good morning to you, Maximus. You say, yes, I agree with your co-anchor. Parents, too, encourage their children in malpractices. Corruption has eaten deep into the fabrics of the Nigerian society, so much so that we don't expect anything, he said, anything good from one another. Where we give people power, we do not have a system to check the power they have. The empowered persons abuse the power they have and engage in all forms of corrupt practices. And a lot of the corrupt practices, oh my goodness, wait, we have to work this from bottom up, the people and the system. Is it really from bottom up? He said we have to work this. Probably what he means is the people, it's high time the public, the common people,
yes,
got involved in this fight.
Yes,
probably.
From here.
Yes, that's what he's talking about.
When we started from here and they know we are serious.
Okay.
Like the Arab Spring.
Arab Spring.
Did they give anybody a chance? No, the guys up there,
they ran away.
Was everybody run for cover?
Exactly.
And where you running to? Where you gonna run?
And the people as a mass, the people are powerful as a mass.
They know
their rights. Yeah, that's why they should be listening to the radio. That's why they should be enlightened, and especially the young people of this country. I remember the letter, an open letter Wole Soyinka wrote to Nigerian youth. Did you come across that letter? He said a lot of things. What are they doing? He said, wake up from your slumber. They're chopping your future, blah, 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 blah. And you're just playing around, doing stupid things.
Yeah. When they dangle a little carrot,
the youth, because they are the ones. And Comrade Diwego replied back. He said, let's remain on the right track. He now give it better, qualify the track, right track. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today.
For joining us from the US.
Okay.
Maximus was here.
Yeah, on Hot FM.
He was a friend on the microphone.
Exactly, a colleague, actually. I hope you're doing well, and the coronavirus is still ravaging the US, Stay safe,
And then the strain there is deadly.
It's deadly, really. It's deadly, really deadly.
Our time is up.
Yes, our time is up. We have to go now. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Tomorrow
Matters Arising
returns. Goodbye.
Keep safe.
Can you